Hey there, party people! Summer is just around the corner, which means that the coveted FGO summer event is not far away. On this channel, I've spoken about the summer servants that I want, ideas that I've had, and even shared a totally 100% accurate leak of the 8th summer event that was created and shared with completely serious intentions. But today, I worked with the amazing FGO Sprite editor, Ray, over on Twitter, currently known as X, to create a more fleshed out summer event concept. We even put together a little scene for what this fan event would entail, like they do in the stream announcements. So before we get into the story details, have a look at this. Now, after viewing that, I'm sure you have many questions. Firstly, all assets used are listed in the description below. Second, let's start with what is going to be one of the two biggest questions. Why does Miyu look like that? Miyu is the alter ego welfare servant of this event, and something odd happened to her spirit origin while changing. For some reason, she aged up to that of a college student, though this did not have much of an effect on her personality. The running theory is that there was some strange side effect concerning those godly powers of hers. But there is also something mixed in with her spirit origin. It's deemed not harmful, but its reading is sketchy. Though, regardless of that, her main concern is that she finally took the plunge to join in on the summer event, and to have summer fun with her friends, mostly Ilya, but now she's an adult, and it's weird. I mean, she's still working on the plans regardless, but the poor girl can't catch a break. The second question would probably be, why these characters? Well, they're thematic to the two concepts that are mixed into this event. As stated in the scene earlier, the singularity is in Okinawa, and I wanted part of it to focus on traditional Japanese fireworks festivals. Something that I'm surprised hasn't happened yet. For that, I wanted to involve Japanese servants, and you've seen the ones that I've picked already. Kichii Hogen is the 5-star of these 3, and would be a Lancer class. She definitely seems like the kind to want to see what all the hubbub is about, especially since basically every summer something crazy happens. Plus, she would likely be extra flirty with Ritsuka, and that's always fun. Shuten Doji is a 4-star saber and is just one that really needs to be a thing. Unrestrained summer fun Shuten should be in the game, especially if Ibuki has a summer version. It is criminal that Shuten didn't get one first. Look at this summer Shuten art by the amazing ArtRyan, and you will know I'm right. And then Chiyome is a dutiful archer class. She fully dives into the role of being an attendant to aid the master in solving the singularity, but in actuality is on a similar wavelength to Miyu. Her ultimate desire is to take a long walk on the beach at sunset and enjoy the nighttime fireworks with master. But she resists the temptation and pushes through the mission, though still caving every now and then. And while these 3 are fun, and their theme is important, it's the other theme that really makes this event. And I'm sure longtime Fate fans can guess the link between the remaining 3 characters. They are all involved with the Fate Extra universe and the Moon Cell, and the pieces will fall into place with Altera's class, but let's save her for last so as not to overshadow the other 2. First, we have 4-star Berserker Elizabeth, the dream that I will always hold on to and will never receive. Pain. And while not part of the sprite here that was put together for the video, one of her ascensions would be Elizabeth Japan, to tie in with a summer concert. And another ascension would be a reference to another Liz outfit, that I'll touch on a bit later. Then, Ruler Nursery Rhyme is the last 4-star. She is fully leaning into the guardian of children thing, even being a little lifeguard here. She did take some guidance from the Shadow Prefect, and thankfully only retained the proper lessons of maintaining order and safety. Though, apparently BB also had a small hand in teaching her something, but Nursery Rhyme is sworn to secrecy. Speaking of, oddly, the other characters from CCC specifically, save for Liz, are actually unable to directly interfere with the singularity, as if something is blocking them. But now, for Altera. She is a 5-star foreigner class. So yes, the object heading towards Earth, drawn in by something in the singularity, is the Umbral star, and as it draws closer, Altera's spirit origin actually changed on its own, linking her closer to its true origin. The thing that is drawing it is a signal from an ancient stone, which turns out to be a piece of the White Titan that somehow ended up here and was magically linked to Amasu Mikaboshi. Apologies for mispronouncing if I did. This is a rebellious and possibly malevolent Shinto god, and became the source of this singularity. I thought that this god would be extra fitting, since the name can translate to Dread Star of Heaven, and that's just too good. And I wanted the White Titan and Altera to be a focal point for a story, because I simply cannot believe that the White Titan has been brought up in FGO's story twice, back to back basically, and has never brought up the fact that it was Altera's original form. She was Velber 02, sent from the Umbral Star to wipe out life on this planet, only to be stopped by the Holy Sword Excalibur. A shard of the White Titan eventually became Altera. As things tend to happen, you know how it is. There was a whole thing with Charlemagne finding the body of the White Titan. Play Extella Link for that story, I'm not getting into it right now. Anyway, this, of course, has adverse effects, especially as the Umbral Star draws closer. Liz gets corrupted at one point, cause of course, and that's the other ascension I was mentioning before, and Altera gets to fight a facsimile of herself. Miyu turns out to have a piece of Archimedes' spirit origin mixed in with her own, Though he would still be his own separate servant as well, he just managed to tamper with her as a means to help fix the situation, as he'll be a good guy here. He and Nursery Rhyme use security protocols to drive back and control the land that is becoming moon-celled. Miyu and Chiyome help set up a ritual to banish Amatsu Mikaboshi, with the assistance of Shuten and Kichii Hogen being the frontline fighters with Altera. Elizabeth, of course, fights as well after getting saved from corruption, but she's also mostly support. Gotta have that cool boss music playing. I'm also realizing that I've nearly forgotten the fellas getting summer costumes. Sadly, I didn't have the budget to get them costumes as well, but the summer guys will be Charlemagne, Alstafo, Ku, because I care, Shiro Amakusa, Hozyun Inshun, cannot pronounce that, and Muramasa. 6 dudes for the summer event, let's go! Anyway, the event ends with Altera shooting a crazy souped-up version of Teardrop Photon Ray into space, blowing up the Umbral star, or at least knocking it way off course, and creating the most magnificent fireworks display. Thus ends the big Umbral Fireworks Festival. And that's my idea for a summer event, at least the overarching idea. Obviously, I left plenty of things out. So why not tell me down in the comments below not only what you think of this idea, but what moments, scenes, and so on would you want to see in this event? There is plenty that goes into making an event besides just the plot summary. Like, what are the mechanics of this event? I'm not really sure what kind of mechanic I would want to go with for this one. So I'm curious to see what you would put down there. And of course, don't forget to hit the like button while you're scrolling down. This was a really fun project to work on. A big thank you to Ray for working on it with me. I hope to do something like this again in the future. Their link and also ArtRyan's link is in the description below. Please support all of the artists that I work with. All of them are truly amazing, talented people. They deserve the world and more. Subscribe to the channel for more Fate stuff in the future, and thank you so much for watching. I'll be sure to catch you next time in the void. Later.